Hi there, Preston Sandlin with Home Inspection Carolina, and today I want to talk to you about the top reasons, I think I've got 8, of why to move to Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am not a native Charlottean. I grew up in Kernersville, North Carolina, which is about 80 miles from here, but I have lived here since 1995, and I love Charlotte. I own a home inspection business here, and I'm heavily connected with the real estate business, so I kind of see a lot of stuff. So let's start off. Why should you move to Charlotte? What's so great about Charlotte? Well, let's start off with the first one. Because in Charlotte, you are centrally located between the mountains and the beach. You can go to the beach in about if you go to Charleston, probably about 3.5 hours. Myrtle Beach, 3 and some change. A little bit further, 4 hours. You can go to Hilton Head. You can go to Wilmington. You can be to the beach in the afternoon. I mean, you leave in the morning, you be there. You could have lunch at the beach. That's kind of nice. Or you leave in the afternoon, you can have dinner at the beach. And you can also, the Outer Banks is a little bit further out, but the way that if you ever look at North and South Carolina, kind of the way it cuts in, it's actually closer to a lot of South Carolina beaches, even though we're in North Carolina. But we're in the edge of North Carolina. You are on the state line between North and South Carolina right there, which also is an interesting thing that I think is an advantage. All right, you can also go to the mountains. That's about 2 hours away. If you want to go to Asheville, it's beautiful. Or Boone, Blowing Rock area is beautiful. You can be there in about 2 hours. Obviously, you can go a little bit further to Maggie's Valley, Bryson City, places like that, a little bit further. But you can certainly be in some of the nicest mountain towns and areas with beautiful scenery within 2 hours. So that was my number one reason why I love Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 2 is the weather. I mean, the weather, you have all 4 seasons, but just enough to be ready for the next season. Right now it's fall, or almost fall. It's the end of summer. We just had Labor Day. So fall is getting ready. I love this time of year. Weather's very nice outside. We do have winter, but our winters here are pretty mild. If you're watching this and you're from the Northeast or the Midwest, I know you guys have some pretty brutal winters. And you can obviously go further south, like Florida, that doesn't quite have the 4 seasons. But we have the 4 seasons, but you get just enough of them to be ready for the next one. Typical winter day in Charlotte, North Carolina in December, January, early February, probably 40, 50 degrees. Now, we'll get a week or two now and then that it'll get down into the 20s. It is extremely rare to get down into single digits. I think in my lifetime, I'm 51 years old, and I've lived in North Carolina, Kernersville or here. I think I've seen it get below 0 like 3 times. It's extremely rare. It can happen, but it is very rare. Normal winter day here is in the 40s or 50s. Normal fall days, 60s through 80s. Summer can get hot. I'm not going to lie to you. It can get a little hot. It starts off, May's really nice. June, July starts to get hot, and August can get hot. It can get hot and humid. Some people love that. We do have 2 lakes close by. That's another one that we have jet skis that we take out. A lot of people have boats. Love the warm weather, but by the end of August, you get those hot days, and then you're into September, which is what we're on now, and the humidity goes down a little bit. So it does get a little warm in July and August. I'm not gonna lie to you, but just enough to be ready for the fall. And then the cycle starts all over. In the spring is nice. So we have all 4 seasons, but they're all pretty mild. I mentioned it earlier. Another reason is 2 lakes. We do have 2 major. Actually, we have 3 lakes. Have Lake Norman, which is the big one. It's up north of Charlotte, up in Mooresville. It's huge. It goes from exit 23, Highway 77 goes parallel to it, from exit 23 all the way up past 36. So that thing is, 13 miles long at least. It's longer than that. But the main body of it, they call it the Inland Sea. It's huge. I go to Lake Wiley a lot because it's just closer to where I live. It's a little bit smaller. It's on the North and South Carolina border. And there's also Mountain Island Lake, which is right below Lake Norman. That's a little bit smaller. It all depends on just what you want, but it's great here in the summer. If you got boats or a friend with a boat, it's one of the most fun things to do that there is. So 2 major lakes, actually 3 lakes. Mountain Island's a lot smaller, but yeah, 3 lakes for recreation. Another reason, I lost count. I think we're on 4. Sorry about that. Taxes. I don't know where you're watching this from, but I'm going to step out on a limb here and say that if you're watching this and you're from California or the Northeast, you probably pay a lot higher taxes than you do here. I don't have the exact percentages here, but our state sales tax is 6%. I don't have the exact property tax, but I lived in Charlotte, but I moved out to Waxhaw, which is in Union County. Our taxes are less. A lot of people move into South Carolina, which they're effectively still, near Charlotte, but they have lower taxes. There's a lot of surrounding towns that are actually in another county. Mecklenburg does have a little bit higher taxes. Mecklenburg is the county that Charlotte is in. I know if you dip down into Fort Mill and Rock Hill, which is right below us in South Carolina, they have lower taxes. Union County has lower taxes. Concord and Kannapolis, which is in Cabarrus County, have lower taxes. But they're still, pretty close. Which also leads to schools. Union County schools are really good. Fort Mill, Rock Hill schools are really good. They're ranked really high nationally. Charlotte Meck, you just have to look it up. Certain schools are good, certain ones not so good. I used to be a teacher, and we have a pretty good private school system, but a lot of the surrounding counties have really good school systems as well. So we've got lower taxes, close to the beach and the ocean. Beach and ocean are the same. In the mountains is what I meant to say. We have all 4 seasons that are mild, lower taxes. That brings us to sports and recreation. Lots of fun stuff to do here in Charlotte with those mild temperatures. There's greenways. Oh my gosh. A long time ago, there were 11 greenways. I think there's like 15 now that are, Charlotte-Mecklenburg greenways. Then there's the Carolina Thread Trails. They're all over. There's just a plethora of walking trails, mountain biking trails, and hiking trails. They're like a difficulty level, and I do a little mountain biking. I don't want to get on those Black Diamond ones. I've still got a place here on my arm. Thought I was a little better than I was. But lots of trails and greenways. As I mentioned, that we have the lakes. They're all on the Catawba River. And there's a really nice trail right down there in Fort Mill, right beside the Riverwalk that goes right beside the river. That's one of my favorite ones. And lots of activities. By the way, people tube down that river. That's a real fun thing to do. On a Saturday or Sunday, a bunch of people get on tubes and they float down from where the beginning at the dam at Lake Wylie. They float down to, there's a restaurant right there by the... it's called the Pump House. It used to be an old pump thing, and it overlooks the lake. It's pretty cool. Speaking of that is actually number 6. Restaurants and bars. Charlotte has tons of restaurants and bars, and I've been here since 1995. This has really exploded in the last 7 or 8 years. So that'll lead me into the transportation.
When you hire Home Inspection Carolina to do your full home inspection, you get way more than just a home inspection. First, we include Recall Check. Our inspectors enter your appliance's make and model numbers into our Recall Check database. From there, Recall Check will keep you notified of any current or future recalled appliances as listed by the CPSC. Next, we include a 90-day limited warranty that covers structural and mechanical items that were inspected and found to be in good working order. This includes common plumbing components, HVAC equipment, poured concrete and block wall foundations, floor joists, load-bearing walls, and more. Our Water and Sewer Protection Plan, Sewer Guard, covers both main water and sewer collapses and breaks, as well as leaks, for 90 days after the inspection. We also inspect your home for visible mold. Our Mold Safe Accuracy Guarantee covers your home for 90 days if any new mold appears. And finally, our Platinum Roof Protection Plan covers your home's roof for potential future leaks for a full 5 years after inspection. If you have any questions about our included services, contact Home Inspection Carolina your certified inspection expert, at 704 542 6575.
This is kind of what leads this. So I don't have the exact. Probably about 10 years ago, they put the blue line in. They've got the train that runs north and south now. Runs down to South Charlotte, way down almost to Pineville, and then runs to downtown. Well, all along that, there's an area called South End that's just blew up. I mean, condos, everything. It was sort of an industrial area, so there have been a whole bunch of breweries, food truck type deals, all along. It's just exploded up and down that train track. And then 2 years ago, it went north. So now it goes all the way up to UNC Charlotte, and it's exploding all the way up there. And up north, it goes through several neighborhoods, and another one is Noda, which is north of Davidson. It's a real artsy. It used to be a mill area, and it's a real artsy area that's just blowing up, and lots of condos and things like that. My kids and I, we'll actually go in the wintertime. In the summer we're at the lakes or river or whatever, but in the wintertime we will go hop on the train and ride it up. Might get off in South End, do some stuff. There's a lot of cool places to go. Hop off downtown, lots of stuff to do there, and then ride it up to Noda, and then up to the university, because there's a place they love to get ice cream up there that has like this crazy ice cream. So it's just a really fun thing to do. So and then the future is that's the north-south. They're going to go east-west, which is going to connect, I think, Matthews all the way out to Gastonia. So we're going to have an east-west train, and a lot of build-up along that, because people like to get on the train and be able to ride it downtown. So, there's two major highways that meet in Charlotte. That is 85 and 77. They both go north to south, but they kind of create an X. 77 is more north to south, where 85 sort of comes in north-south, but headed southwest. Yes, southwest. Comes in from the northeast and heads southwest down to Atlanta. 85 goes on down to Atlanta, goes up to Durham and up to Richmond, and up towards DC. So 77 comes down from West Virginia, straight down through Charlotte, heads on down to Columbia, and from there you can take 26, pick up 95, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on, but I love Charlotte. It's a great place to live. The outdoor activities. Let me see. I talked about the greenways. I talked about. Let's talk about sports and recreation. We have a professional football team here, the Carolina Panthers. We have a professional basketball team, the Charlotte Hornets. They both play downtown. You can ride the train in or drive, either one. It's nice. But my favorite is we have the AAA affiliate of the White Sox. We have the Charlotte Knights. I love this. I have season tickets because the stadium is right downtown. The tickets aren't that expensive. You can get they're somewhere from $10 to $20, depending on. I think you can get $11 tickets up in the deck there. But it's an awesome thing to do in the summer. And every Friday night they have home games. They have fireworks, and it's just an awesome thing. That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do. And it's just the weather's great, and people walk around, and that stadium's only 2 years old, and what you see behind me is kind of the backdrop for it too. You see the downtown in the background. So we have the Hornets, the Knights, and the Panthers. We also have a hockey team, the Charlotte Checkers. I'm not sure how they rate. It's not the top level, but I think it's one below that, and I'm not sure who they're the affiliate with. But again, I don't think it costs as much to go to those games, and I know a lot of people go and they love it. And obviously, we have NASCAR here. The NASCAR Hall of Fame is here. We have Charlotte Motor Speedway. A lot of the race teams are based here in Mooresville, which is considered like in the greater Charlotte area. Mooresville's up north of here, not far though. And that's the tip of Lake Norman up there. A lot of the teams, that's called Race City, USA. So lots of people come here for a week when they have the race, and they go up there and see a lot of the teams, and then they see the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Um, so that does that. The last thing is just the economic activity. I mean, I probably should have started with that, but that's that to me is the cog that generates everything. I mean, of course the weather's nice, traffic's not nearly as bad as a lot of places. We are the 15th largest city in the U.S. I think there's 8 to 900,000 in the city itself, and then 2.6 million in the whole metro area. Um, and 15th depending on how far you go out with the thing, but we have a pretty good economic engine here. Bank of America is headquartered here. I think it's the second largest banking center behind New York. We have Nucor Steel is headquartered here. And lots of industries have moved to Charlotte. And in close by and close vicinity, down in Greenville, South Carolina, not too far away, we have a really big BMW plant. There's just lots of jobs and opportunity. U.S. Air I think it's joint headquartered here and maybe Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, but there's a lot of airline folks here as well. We have a pretty big airport. So Charlotte's just a great place to be. It's a great place to live, raise your kids, and especially the suburbs around Charlotte. I live in Waxhaw. I can't say enough great things about Waxhaw, Weddington, Matthews, Belmont. I mean, I could go on Concord, Kannapolis, Huntersville, Davidson, and I don't mean to leave any out. There's just so many cool little towns around Charlotte, Fort Mill, Rock Hill, and I know I'm forgetting some, Gastonia. All great towns, great barbecue. We're from the South, and people are friendly. It's kind of got a small town, even though it's the 15th largest city. It still has a small town feel. And if I can help you in any way, if you're interested in Charlotte, please just leave a thing in the comment, and I'll try to answer it. And if I can't answer it, I'll try to put you in touch with somebody who can. But Charlotte's a great place to live, and I hope you consider moving here. And if you need to buy a house, please consider us for your home inspection. But if you have any questions about Charlotte or the area, please just put it in the comments below, and I'll try to answer it for you. Thank you for watching.